Hello everyone, welcome to my first YouTube channel. My name is Brian. I'm going to bring you guys a quick kind of idea of what an actual Warewolf deck looks like. I've seen many different Warewolf decks, so I decided to share a bit of mine. Let's get started. First of all, this deck will be running you a quite good decent amount of money. If you're willing to spend the money, it's going to run at about $110. You're going to be looking at spending in all this deck. So we're talking about $110 on a Warewolf deck. So it runs pretty smooth. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the lands. And the first land I'm going to show you guys is, where's my camera? There we go. It's going to be Rootbound Crag. Pretty much enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a mountain or a forest. It's pretty simple, really good card to have. If you're wondering how many you should be running, always run 4 of these. You always want to run 4 Rootbound Crags in a Warewolf deck. Now for forests, you're going to be running a total of 9 forests. That's pretty much all you're going to be running. Pretty simple, it doesn't matter. So just run 9 forest for land on that. For mountains, you don't need that many. You only need about 5 or 6. It's really up to you, but I just run 5 mountains on my deck. So just run 5 of those, and you'll be pretty much set for that. Now, Copperline Gorge was I guess a used card. I've had this for a while, and I decided to use it because it's a dual land. But if you think about it, Copperline Gorge, it isn't great of a card. It does enter the battlefield tabbed unless you control 2 or fewer lands. That's the problem with it. I honestly do not like it, but it is the only dual lands I do have. So then again, if you happen to have 2 of these in your hand, use them immediately, as they become pretty useless throughout late game. So they really aren't that good, if you think about it. Alright, Kissing Wolf Run. This is good to have. It does, whenever you tap it, it does give you 1 colorless mana. But then again, if you tap 1 green and 1 red, it does give target creature plus X plus 0, where X equals to the number of lands you tap. Highly suggest just kind of run with 3 of these. If you want, you can run a full set. But as on my deck, I run 3 of these. That pretty much does it for lands in that area. Now for our creatures, the first look is going to be Wolfbin Captive. He's our first 1-drop. Whenever you tap 2 mana, 1 green and 1 colorless, he gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. I highly suggest you run 4 of these, as they're extremely helpful for 1-drop, especially. Whenever he does transform, he becomes a 2/2 werewolf, and whenever you tap 4 mana, he gets +4/+4 until the end of turn, and it can only be activated once per turn. So that pretty much does it for Wolfbin Captive. He's good to have as a 1-drop, it's great. Run him if you want. It's really up to you what werewolves you like, but then again, you can do more depth in research with other werewolves out there, but he's definitely a good 1-drop werewolf to have. Here we go to our biggest player in the deck is Huntmaster of the Fells. If you've never heard of him, he's a must-have in a werewolf deck. I don't think I haven't seen anyone run a werewolf deck without him. At least you need 2 of I think most people try to run 2, but for me, as a deck, I'm going to run 4 of these, because he is extremely good. So what he does at his human form, whenever he enters the battlefield or transforms back into Huntmaster, you get to put a 2/2 Green Wolf token into the battlefield. As long with that, you get to gain 2 life with that. If you do transform him, though, into Ravager of the Fells, whenever he transforms, he gets to deal 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to a target player. So that's pretty good. He's expensive if you think about him. If you're looking at the regular Huntmaster of the Fells, you're looking about a total of only $10 per Huntmaster. And if you're looking about the foil one, you're looking about $15 for a Huntmaster foiled one. So for these, you're going to be looking at $40 for a full set. But then again, if you're looking for the $15 Hunt Master, it's going to be running you $60 for a full set of these. Then again, it's really up to you if you decide to run 2 of these and add extra werewolves. That's really up to you. But I do like to run with 4 Hunt Masters on my deck, so that's pretty convenient. All right, for our next 3, it's going to be Gatsaft Shepherd, or whatever the fuck his name is. He's good to have, as he is a 2-drop though. I kind of would like him to be 1-drop. He has nothing really special as his human form, but whenever he does transform into Gatsaft Howler, he does have Intimidate and becomes a 3/3 werewolf. So it's really up to you for you to have him. Then again, I don't roll a full set since he's not a 1-drop. So I put him at 3. He's good. He's nice to have. Good addition. This is a 3-drop Daybreak Ranger. Whenever you tap in, he only deals 2 damage to a target creature with flying. And whenever he does transform into his werewolf form, he does become Nightfall Predator. Pretty much all you have to do is tap him and then tap a red mana, and then he gets to fight a target creature of your choosing. So then again, he's a 3-drop human, and he does transform into a 4/4 werewolf. So run about 3 of these. I guess you can run, if you want to deal hardcore damage to flyers, run 4. And again, I'm only about dealing I'm barely dealing 6 damage to a flying creature, so it's okay. Maybe I should run 4 in there. I'm not sure, but at this point, I'm running 3 of Daybreak Rangers, only 3. Awesome. This is a must-have for my guess. A 1-drop Reckless Wave. If there are 1-drops, I'll make sure to have 4 of these. Like, they're needed. It's simple. Have 4. It has nothing really special about him as a human, and neither when he is a werewolf. He's just a regular werewolf. He becomes a 3/2 when he transforms. But the good thing about him is he's a great first. He deals damage by turn 2. If your opponent has nothing to put in turn 1, he will immediately transform after your opponent's end step. You'll be dealing 3 damage immediately. So he's good to have in the battlefield. Get 4 of these. They're both they're 1-drop, and they're pretty cheap as well. You're looking at about barely $1.50, $2 for a full set. It's not too bad. You're looking at about 50 cents for each. So it's not too bad. Okay, this is as well a must-have in a werewolf deck. There's no way you can miss out. Major Abarak. I think that's how it's spelled. As a human form, it gives humans 1+1/+1. He is as well a 2-drop, but then again, you're required to have a full set. When he does transform, though, his transformation is pretty legit. Whenever he transforms, other werewolves and wolves get 1+1. And then at the beginning of your end step, you get to put a 2/2 Green Wolf token into the battlefield. So it's pretty nuts. So every end of your turn, you'll be getting a token. So it's pretty nuts. It's just as crazy as Huntmaster whenever he turns back into Huntmaster of the Fells. So it's pretty nuts. And our last addition to our deck is Warewolf. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you know what Warewolf does, and he pretty much gives +1/+1 to werewolves and other werewolves. Also, he can't. Whenever other werewolves, when humans transform into werewolves, werewolves cannot transform back into humans. Most people will tell you that you should run 4, but I am being a rebel and I'm running 3. Because then again, I wanted to run 4 Huntmasters, so I took one Warewolf out, and so I thought it's nice. You're looking at 3 Warewolves. That should be enough. But most people will tell you, hey, you should run 4 Warewolves on a werewolf deck, and that pretty much does it for creatures. Now we're looking at enchantments, instants, and sorceries. Now for instant, we're looking at Moon Mist. Moon Mist is extremely, it's alright, I guess. It's for a 2-drop. It pretty much transforms all your humans, and it prevents combat damage dealt to you that turn. So get 2 of these. I run 2. There's no point of running a full set unless you think it's a good idea to run a full set. Then I say go for it. But just run 2 Moon Mist and you should be fine. Arc Trail is alright. Arc Trail is just the same as Incinerate, which I'll pretty much. You guys will ask me, why do you have Incinerate and Arc Trail? Like, it's stupid. Either way, it's just to keep it standard, anyways. Arc Trail pretty much just deals 2 damage to a target creature or player, and another damage to a creature or player. I'm running 2 of these. There's really no point to having a full set either, or at least 3. I'm just running 2, so there's no biggie on that. Next card, we're looking at Incinerate. Same deal, it pretty much just deals 3 damage to target creature or player. And that's it. That's Incinerate. And Arc Trail, pretty much the same fucking thing, just different artwork and different names. Pretty much the same, similar way, and they're both 2 drops. So, there goes that. And these 4 are needed. Full Moon's Rise for a Werewolf deck. They pretty much give wolf creatures +1/+0, and they have trample. And whenever you sacrifice Full Moon's Rise, all werewolf creatures you have will regenerate. So this is really good to have. So definitely have it. And for my last Beast Within, I just have this because just in case any high creature gives me a hard time, then I'll be like, you know what, fuck you. You're gonna get a 3/3 beast token, unless I can be countered, which is simply highly, yeah, you can be countered. Either way, this is good to have if you happen to run into big ass dudes out there you're facing and you have no chance against them. So I guess you can use Beast Within. Usually I try to keep 1 in my deck and have 3 in my sideboard. So that's it. Well, there it is, guys. This was my Warewolf deck. Hopefully you guys can take a go look at the cards I have. Incinerate, etc. I'm gonna go scroll through them so you guys can see. But yeah, this is pretty much my Warewolf deck. And then again, Emerald Wolf is the only wolf you'll be running. I see people run other wolves in there. So I'd be like, no, this is technically a werewolf deck. You should run only Emerald Wolf in a werewolf deck. There's no point of using different ones. Yeah, guys, this is it. This is a decent, good werewolf deck. I actually highly suggest you kind of run something similar to this. Then again, you really can change other werewolves out there. There's better werewolves out there, but that's really up to you. So thanks for watching. I'll post a video over my mill deck, and after that I have a white and black deck that runs with angels and all different types of shit in there. So thanks for watching.